So, thanks to viewers like you and sassygamers.com, Bard Rock Cafe can exist, I guess. So, you can find links to Sassy Gamers, our Patreon, and social media stuff in the show notes. Just click. Thanks.
Previously on Bard Rock Cafe, Felix hired our heroes for a risky job, stealing a ruby dragon statue from the ship of a noble family. Rook took the day off and the party was joined by the Great Martine, a tabaxi pirate Felix recommended. Things went wrong quickly as dozens of rival thieves and as many guards were at the docks. Armbar and Brock staged a fight to create a distraction, but it didn't stop a magister from approaching Epi and Martine. Possessed by wild magic, Martine blurted out they were hired by Felix and fled, leaving Epi at the mercy of the magister as Brock and Armbar stage fight collided with a group of thieves. Can our heroes make it out of this one? Find out today on Bard Rock Cafe. Oh, Felix Epi scared for his life by the long arm of the law. Magister coming down with the shackles and we don't have very long. Oh, Felix Martine ran away like a coward and he said so long. Roland just tackled all the guards down. Things went very wrong. Oh, the jig is up. We're getting out. This job went so sideways. We got played and now we're made and we're hitting the highway.
All right. Welcome back to the Bard Rock Cafe. I am Kenny, your DM for the evening, and this is episode 7. At the end of last week, party found themselves in a bit of a tight spot. Guards were closing in, put shackles on Epi, and then Armbar decided to tackle several of them. Meanwhile, Martine has dashed off into the sunset, and Brock Song has cast Thunderwave and knocked down a bunch of questionably innocent bystanders. And now chaos is just breaking loose. However, we're going to start tonight off with a wild magic roll, because Brock Song cast a spell.
All right.
Know what happens.
All right. I have all 3 of my dice sets out. I'm gonna rotate them like Steph does. Red dice, don't fail me now.
Yeah.
I rolled a 42.
Oh, you done it now.
42.
No lie. Every time I roll, I try to remember what number the bubbles were.
What's 42?
You done it now.
It's the answer to life, the universe, and everything. It's gotta be good.
You rolled the dice, so you gotta pay the price. No mo.
So, you roll a 42. I'll let you know when it triggers, if it triggers.
All right.
More
All right,
suspense.
That was neither good or bad at the exact moment, so I'll take a somewhat neutral future response.
Just don't do anything.
Yeah, don't do anything in the middle of combat with 20 plus NPCs. No problem.
Play dead.
Well,
Excuse me, I'm not a coward like the Great Martine.
Yeah, the Great Martine.
alright. So, unfortunately, Ethan could not be with us tonight, so instead I am NPCing his character as booking the hell away. So, Martine is effectively out of this fight.
Yes, I have no actual qualms with Ethan, everybody. I'm just going with what in character happened.
That's smart of Martine, given the situation.
Yeah.
I don't even disagree with them. I'm kind of jealous, to be honest.
The only one who's gonna survive this.
I tried to Misty Step, but it didn't work. I couldn't Misty Step
You
away
tried,
from my
and
problem.
the magic
Failed
said,
miserably.
Yeah.
not today.
Yeah, it was more like Misty Dubstep.
The beat dropped.
Wow.
Epi still has the monkey hand thing floating around, right?
Monkey
Yes.
foot.
I
Oh, the
do,
foot.
and I still have my, alter
Oh,
self
yeah.
up, because you
And-
can only dispel one thing at a time.
Yeah, and you are in the process of being shackled, so you have mere moments to avoid doing so, I believe.
So, the good news is, we just rolled initiative at the end of last session.
Yeah, what did we roll? What I forgot.
So, Epi, you're up first.
Oh yeah! It's a good thing I've been planning this for a while. Okay.
I hope.
Yep. So Epi gets to move Bigby's hand on his turn, right?
Yes.
I don't think I rolled separate initiative for that. Anyway, since it's a bonus action to move the hand, I'm gonna have Bigby's hand. It just swoops down and grabs Epi, who is currently disguised as a butler, pulls him back and into the water, if I can do that.
Okay.
So you're leaving me.
For now, I'll be back.
Your situation is more tenable than Epi's, to be fair.
Okay.
So you are carrying yourself with Bigby's hand to the water. Am I understanding that correctly?
Under the water if I can manage it for some kind of cover.
Okay.
And I still have my action, but did that work?
I am just imagining this foot is grabbing you, like, the bottom of its toes just curling around you and just, like, hoisting you up and just bringing you underwater.
Just the physical manifestation of feet yeet.
Yeah.
Under the feet.
Under the
feet.
We're gonna
Everything's
get
better
somebody
down
tag
where it's
ordered
wetter.
for this.
Nice.
No, I kept it very brief. It's fair use.
Understandable.
It'll come
Alright,
later.
we'll bleep out anything with certain mouse-shaped
Oh.
objects in it. Anyway.
Oh, right.
Ah!
Right.
You're fine.
Okay. So the hand can move up to 60 feet.
Yes.
So, the only person that is currently in melee with you is the Magister.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to allow you to move with the hand.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are on the docks, so it is perfectly within reason for you to find your way underwater in the docks. With 60 feet of movement, you can do that without engaging any of the guards by going up and over.
Okay.
Still have
So,
your action if you would like to do something.
how long can I hold my breath for?
What is your con mod?
My con mod is a whopping 3.
I think you can grow gills. Alt yourself still on.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I need to do that this turn or a different turn.
So, you would have known you were going underwater. You can hold
Yes.
your breath for a number of minutes equal to your con mod.
Okay, so I got 3 minutes.
And combat in D&D is 6 seconds per round, I think.
Yes. So the way that works, just so everybody knows, if you don't have a chance to hold your breath before something happens, you have a number of turns equal to your con mod, as opposed to minutes. So, Epi, you are probably fine. What would
Okay.
you like to do with your action?
So with my action, I am going in between 2 things right now, but I think first things first, since it has a range of 120 feet, it's time to cast message at a certain Roland Armbar who just saved my ass.
Okay.
And so, I would like to bequeath him with the following message. Tell them Kevin with a Y made you do it.
I don't understand what this means.
Okay. You don't get to recast message until, like, the next turn.
Wait,
I'm aware.
now
It's
can
fine.
we have dialogue, or is our dialogue still locked in with the turn order?
For the moment, well, speaking is a free action if you want to stream something or other forms of communication that don't require an action.
Okay, so my follow-up question is, am I still close enough to Armbar that I could hear him say that?
Yeah.
All right. I would like to, if you permit, to use my telepathy to speak to Armbar, just one-on-one.
Okay.
And I'm going to assume, if that's also okay, that because Armbar and I have known a while, Armbar knows that I can do this and will not be surprised.
I would say that's a fair thing to say. You guys have worked together, you know each other. Armbar knows you can speak telepathically. You have probably at some point in the past told him telepathically to remove someone from the Bard Rock Cafe.
All right. Armbar, what was that? What was that about?
Someone told me to say it's some guy named Kevin with a Y.
And I want to
sorry.
clarify for the audience that I do have the ability to, and I intended to, have Armbar be able to communicate with me telepathically as well.
So he's not speaking out loud.
Yep, no, this is to my brain.
That's how my brain speaks.
So, real quick, because speaking, while it is a free action, does still take time.
Yep.
So, it is now the guards' turn. So there's a group of guards over by the guys that they pulled out of the water. They are putting them in shackles. The group that they're trying to accost is not going willingly. They managed to put one of them in shackles, while the other 4 managed to wiggle free. The guards that are coming over towards Brock and the guys that you knocked over with Thunderwave, they reach you guys and basically say, alright, you all need to stop right now. Like they have their swords out, like they are ready to go. The guards that are around Epi, or were around Epi, sort of watch as Epi goes up and over, and then turn to converge on Armbar. The 3 or so that you knocked over stand up. 2 of them are going to try and grapple you.
I'm too big.
You're really not.
No worth a shot.
He always wins. That's fair.
I need you to make 2 athletics checks or acrobatics checks, whichever one you prefer.
Alright, let's try the one I'm good at, supposedly. I gotta do that twice? I got 20.
Okay, what's the second roll?
Ooh.
Alright.
Natural.
So, to start with, yeah, you guys know the drill, right? But to start with, there are 2 guards, one on each arm, and you're just kind of Popeye the Sailor Man, just moving, and they are moving with you, and they are not grappling you at all. Go ahead and roll 2 D100s for me.
121.
74 and 47.
Yeah. Sorry. 74 and 47.
You think you can land a hand on me?
At the start of each of your turns, you gain 5 temporary hit points.
Yes!
What?
Magic wand, make my armbar grow!
So, feel yourself get even beefier.
That's amazing.
When that turns off, I'll let you know. So, you're going to be really, really hard to take down for a little while.
That's right.
Alright.
This is how the armbar do. True facts about the armbar. He's big. Don't mess.
Rock Song, it's your turn.
Alright, and you said that the guards are right in front of me telling me to stop what I'm doing?
Yeah, there's I'd say about 6 or 7 of them that are starting to come up and circle around you.
Alright. I immediately stick my hands up in the air and go, "Hey, fellas, everything's okay. I was scared. I freaked out. My bad." And while I'm saying that to them, can I see the Magister from here?
You can.
Alright, I also want to use my telepathy on her while I'm speaking these words to send her a telepathic message. But question, it's my brain, so I can control what my voice sounds like in my mind, right? Like, I don't have to use my own speaking voice?
I'll let you roll a performance check for it.
Alright, rolling performance. I rolled an 8 plus 5 plus 7, 15.
Okay. What would you like your voice to sound like?
Ha ha! Magister! A pleasure to meet you. I'm trying to sound like a very, maniacal, like, I don't know what Kevin with a Y looks like, but I'm trying to sound like what I believe this Kevin with a Y would sound like based on what I've heard, which is very little.
Okay.
And I actually say, "I'm Kevin with a Y. Pleasure to meet you."
This is very standard.
Okay. Is she able to respond?
Yes, I give. So if I give her the ability to respond, will she know who she's communicating with, or can she only respond to me? Or does she know she's responding to me?
I would have to actually read the ability.
Let me go. That's fine. Let me go ahead and find it. You can speak telepathically to any creature you can see, provided they are within a number of feet equal to 10 times your level. You don't need to share a language with the creature for them to understand. When you speak to this creature, you can use your action to give the creature the ability to speak telepathically with you for 1 hour, or until you end this action as an effect. To use this ability, the creature must be able to see you, must be within this trait's range.
Okay. So I guess my question is, first of all, is that your action?
Yes, that is my action, is I'm going to give them the ability to respond to me.
Okay, so you now have a telepathic link with Armbar and with the
No,
magic.
I had to sever it with Armbar. That was one of the things, so I had to sever it with Armbar to give it to her.
Good deal.
Boss, where'd you go? You provided me
Alright.
comfort.
Go ahead. Roll me stealth and deception, whichever one you prefer.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead with... I'm gonna go with stealth. I rolled 16, plus 6 is 22. God, I love being a bard.
Okay. She still turns and faces you. It seems that she has seen through the fact that you are the one speaking to her. Her role was higher.
That didn't work.
Should have given myself bardic inspiration.
So, you hear back in your head, you should surrender and come quietly. This doesn't have to end violently. Just come along.
That's fine. One condition, though. My friend, he is actually not related to this. I charmed him. So please let him go.
Roll deception.
Can I give myself bardic inspiration for this one in advance? I do have a bonus
Yes,
action
you can.
left.
You absolutely can.
I rolled a 7, plus 3 is 10. I'm not even going to burn the bardic inspiration on that.
Okay, that's good, because she rolled a 19. She does not believe you. She says, no you didn't. He'll be
All right,
coming
well-
along too.
I'm gonna
That just
open up
needs to be done
the
soon.
telepathic chat again with Brock.
Yeah, so I can still send Roland messages, he just can't respond. So I message Roland to just go quietly.
But boss, I want to beat these guys to a pulp.
Say that.
You never let me have any fun, Brock. What gives?
Being arrested is a lot less inconvenient than being executed, Armbar.
I'd rather not die today. I'll go along with it, I guess.
Okay,
Alright,
so you use your action, your bonus action. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I got nothing.
Okay, it is now the Magister's turn. So,
Is she gonna spirit bomb us or something?
There's one person missing.
yep. So she is going to make her way over to where you went underwater.
And to clarify, I did go as far as I could. Like, I was happy.
So that's like what, 40 feet off the dock?
They say it moves 60.
You're pretty far off in the underwater.
Can I clarify one thing?
Sure.
Is my form mostly obscured by the Big B hand, or am I still kind of visible in its grip?
Am I still a butler?
I mean, Bigby's hand is definitely providing you, I would say, full cover.
Yay!
So any attacks would be on Bigby's hand and not you. But you are still visible because it is an ethereal kind of hand and you can kind of see through it.
Okay, fair enough.
If you recall, you are charmed by her.
Yep.
She knows this.
Take it.
She is going to cast Message.
Oh boy. Oh no.
I'm going to say, listen, you should come along quietly. Your friends are. And I can probably arrange it so that you don't get any charges from this. We just want to work this all out.
Sounds like a lie.
Can I respond to her message?
Sure.
Okay, from 40 feet away underwater, I would like to respond with, we really were put up to this. Are we able to keep this quiet if we come along quietly?
That seemed to be what she was communicating to you. However, she has used her action to use Message once already.
Fair enough.
Mm.
So I get
And
the
it was message so
impression-
I couldn't hear it, right? Like nobody could hear it except for Epi.
Nope, just Epi.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Okay. It's
You
all
definitely
good.
saw her cast the spell, but as for what it is, you don't know.
I've seen Epi cast this spell before. Can I roll to see if
Actually,
I
no.
know what spell it is?
You see her pull out a copper wire, you're like, oh no, she's casted Message. So, you know Message was cast, because you've seen it before. It is now the Thug's turn. So there's two groups. There's the group of about 3 that were around you, Brock.
Yep.
One of them was not knocked backwards. The other 2 were knocked back 10 feet. They are looking around at the guards that are surrounding them. They realize very quickly that they're kind of outmatched, and so they put their hands up and they are surrendering. The one that did not get knocked back said, look, we didn't do anything. He instigated this. The 5 that were in the water, one of them has shackles on. The other 4 managed to break free, or to avoid getting the shackles put on them. A bunch of rolls take place behind the scenes that y'all don't see. One of the guards gets thrown into the water, and as he is wearing heavy armor, he is starting to sink. Those 5 are now booking it. That is the Thug's turn. Roland, coming at the very last. What would you like to do?
Well, Roland is sorely upset because Brock is making him decease his attack. And how big is he right now?
Roland?
Yeah.
I think he means the bonus HP.
Oh, it was bonus HP? I thought it
Yeah,
was.
we were joking about you getting bigger because your HP is getting bigger.
I was hoping I was bigger.
No, you're like, just tougher. You have 5 more hit points than you did last round.
Roland is just, like, gonna pout, and he's gonna, like, sit down, like, just, like quickly just, like, sit down, like, as soon as possible and cross his arms and just pout.
Can I use my free action to yell at Armbar to save the heavy guy that's sinking?
Armbar can't swim.
You can't swim. You work in the docks.
It's fine. Everything's fine. I feel like that's their entire interaction is just, save the guy! I can't swim!
You know I can't swim, Brock. Come on.
I did not know that you can't swim.
Should we save him?
I think that we'll get a more lenient sentence if we help them sort out the situation we created, was my out-of-character thought. Also, do you really want to canonically commit to not being able to swim? That's a big commitment.
I don't know if I can do that.
It's all good. It's all good. Do what Roland would do. Channel your inner armbar.
I feel like Roland would just be upset because he couldn't smash.
I mean, you could smash that guy's armor because he's not going to be able to wear it to pull him back out of the
Well,
water.
how far away is the guard from where I am? I can only move so far.
So you could probably get into the water where he is. You would not be able to get back out in the same turn.
Would I be able to carry him?
Oh yeah,
Alright, I'll jump in after his ass.
you're buff as hell.
Yeah, knowing me, I'll get stuck. I'll like fail all my strength for those.
You know, Armbar, he tried learning how to swim from a book.
Listen, I learned how to swim right now. Do or die.
Okay,
This is where a young armbar becomes a man armbar.
alright, so you run off. The guards are kind of looking back at the Magister and then at Armbar, and they let you go. You jump into the water. Because you reacted so quickly, the guard has not sunk too far. You're able to get him, and go ahead and roll me an athletics check to swim with a guy wearing heavy armor around your shoulders.
Oh, really quick here, when I yelled at him to do that, I gave him Bardic Inspiration.
How? You already gave your Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, that's right, I already used it for the bonus action. I gave it to myself. That's fair.
Before I roll, I just want to say this.
Hold on, little buddy, I'll save you. It's my first time, but I can do it. I don't think I can do it.
Unless
So
I get
you are-
advantage.
You got him.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
You're sinking with him.
Remember, if you would trigger your rage, remember you have advantage on strength checks for next round.
That's my action, right?
I mean,
Right.
if you would like to start raging as a bonus action before you make this roll, I'll allow it retroactively.
I mean, if we're all at all honest, it's kind of like if at first Armbar is trying and he cannot lift this guy, I feel like he would go enraged and just like put in that extra mile, like that extra effort, and go for it.
Okay,
So we can rage.
alright. So, we'll come back to that next round then.
All right.
You guys see some of the other groups of thugs that were off in the crowd watching. They have started to scatter. They are fading away into the crowd that is gathering to just watch the spectacle. You get the sense that nobody really wants to be here right now. Too much of a scene has been caused.
Get the medallion.
What do you do?
Okay, so I see her as just like a super friendly acquaintance and, a good buddy.
You view her in the best possible light.
Okay.
So exactly the light that cop was trying to get you to confess for your own well good would be viewed anyway.
And I see Armbar has jumped in to save the guard, presumably.
Yeah, well, I mean, he just screamed it very loudly.
That also works. Okay.
I feel like if this group ever gets separated, our plan is to just all find Armbar.
I'll save you. I can't do it, but I'll try.
What does Epi do?
Let's see. I have one question.
Okay.
So now that I'm about 40 feet out into the docks, knowing what I know about this city, if I were to book it out into the bay, would they catch me? And or have ships that could just pop out or something?
As in, if you just continue leaving?
Yeah, if I did that, would I know how that would go?
Roll. I will say, just roll me a straight intelligence check at advantage.
Okay, alright. We're gonna go with the shiny dice. We rolled a 5 and a 15 in my intelligence mod. The saving throw one, right?
Just whatever your intelligence modifier is, add that.
Oh, okay. So my intelligence is a +4. So 15 plus 4 is it's a pretty solid roll. Yeah.
Okay.
So
You get the sense that you might be able to get away. You also know that if your friends are going quietly, there is a pretty good chance that information about you is going to be obtained anyway. also know that the Magister is offering to help.
This is true. Okay. Knowing what I know, I'm
Go ahead
going
and
to
roll
get
insight for me, too, for that matter.
insight. Okay.
I'll even let you roll an advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to know if this Magister's on the level.
Alright, we got metal dice and water dice. We're gonna hope for the best. Okay. And it was an insight roll, right?
Yep.
One was a 6, the other is a 16, and my insight is +4, so that's a dirty 20.
Okay. You believe her.
Okay. I'm going to cast message.
Okay.
In response to her, I believe you. I will come quietly on one condition. That I can keep up this disguise until we are in private.
She kind of cocks her head a little bit, thinks about it, says, okay, why not?
And I'm going to, use Bigby's hand to pull myself in. I'm gonna pull myself in with Bigby's hand. I like my full cover.
Okay. So you are now, basically you're back with the Magister. Do you drop Bigby's hand? Does Bigby's hand drop you?
Bigby's hand just, like the little claw toys, picks me up out of the water, plops me in front.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna look at her and I'm gonna be like, because I'm still butlery at the moment.
Yeah.
I really didn't cast that Bigby's hand. I don't know how to get rid of it. Could you dispel it for me?
She seems like she's considering what you're saying, and she doesn't quite believe you.
I'm just gonna...
because
Fair
that
enough.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, fair enough.
But also, she doesn't get the sense that you're lying, hence the curious look.
Fair enough.
Is that
fair
your turn?
enough. I think I would like to hold my action.
Well, your action was message.
Right, I forgot about that, and I used bonus action to Bigby's hand my little butt over there. So can I hold my movement?
Sure. What's
Okay.
the trigger?
If she's lying.
About? Like, what will
It-
trigger you to use your movement, and what will you do?
Okay. If my friends are getting... If she's not going to let us come quietly and, starts whacking on my friends, then I'm gonna book it.
Okay.
Oh, so she double crosses us.
Yeah.
Alright, so the guards at this point, they are giving chase to the 5 that are running. They have caught the one that had shackles put on him. Because he has shackles, so he's not running very quickly. They are attempting to put shackles on all of you. Do any of you resist this?
Is that necessary? We're coming quietly. Also, really quick, do I not get a turn because I can stop 3 of those 5 guys?
Your turn is up next, actually.
Okay, so, first of all, we are going quietly. Second of all, if you don't shackle us, I can help you catch those 3 without even moving them from this spot.
So, the guards that are about to put shackles on you pause, kind of look at the Magister, and the Magister says, "We have to shackle you, but show me."
Alright, I literally turn and go, "Hey, you guys should come back here!" And I cast Enthrall on them.
Okay. So, that'll be your turn. Does anybody else resist the shackles?
No.
Epi?
Kind of already have them mostly on, or completely on.
They will be completely on after this.
Bar can break free.
Probably.
Armbar appreciates his shiny new bracelets.
That's right. They're rather tight, though.
Yeah, it wouldn't
And
be a good
for
idea
clarification,
them
I
not.
am aiming at whatever the 3 front runners are, the ones that look like they're the fastest.
Okay. But I need an answer from Epi first. Also, what is your save DC?
Save DC 13.
Okay, good to know. Epi?
I'm not gonna resist. I figure if I'm coming quietly, I'm gonna commit.
Okay. So,
Sorry.
everyone is shackled except Brock's song. Brock, you screen that. 2 of the guys that are running, slow, turn around, start heading back. The other 2 continue to flee. Those 2 that are enthralled get shackled up. They also they now put shackles on you as well. Do you resist them putting the shackles on you?
I really thought I could leave with dignity, but I'm not going to fight it. My father will hear about this.
The The Magister does not seem concerned, but she does say, your cooperation will be noted. Very well. Take them to the guardhouse. I will deal with them momentarily.
Hey, that's where we're staying.
No, we're staying in the Castle District. That's the Blackstaff's house. We probably aren't welcome there anymore after this, actually.
Well, you don't know how this is going to go.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We can talk ourselves out of this.
Episode 14, we escape jail. We get out of jail.
Now, question, is the Magister escorting us with these guards, or just the guards that shackled us?
Just the guards that shackled you.
Oh, we can get out of this.
Alright. Can we talk to them on our way to the guardhouse?
Sure.
I say to the guard, so my father is, Bird Song. Some folks call him Pop. He supplies many of the guards to the town. I'd really appreciate if somebody could contact him on my behalf. I think he would want to know what's going on with me.
And one of the guards just kind of looks at you and says, I have a feeling he's going to find out.
Yeah, I would just rather he find out on my terms, if that's alright.
We will talk with the Magister. I'm sure she can arrange something.
Thank you.
Have you ever dreamt of being a superhero? Legends: A Superhero Story is a new actual play podcast using the Legends Superhero role-playing game system, available on all podcast platforms. This exciting new superhero tabletop RPG follows our Game Master Jack and our fledgling heroes played by Chad, Emily, Amanda, and Daniel as they work their way through their origin story and beyond. Listen in as they discover their powers and abilities. Let's hope they learn to work together as a team in time to save the world and truly become legends. Legends: A Superhero Story is available on all podcast platforms. For more information, follow us on social media at The Legends Cast or visit our website, www.matchplaygames.ca/The Legends Cast.
So, it's going to take you guys about 10-15 minutes to walk to the guardhouse in shackles with the guards. You have the 3 thugs that Brock Song Thunderwaved and the other 3 thugs that were in the water. So there's just a lot of y'all here. Is anybody doing anything, or do you go quiet?
I'm going quietly unless there's trouble from the other, I don't know what the word for people that are in the process of being arrested with perps. Unless the other perps cause trouble, I'm going quietly.
Okay. Happy.
Is the magistrate near?
You are still charmed, but the Magister is staying behind for the moment.
So does that mean she is here, or she's, behind us?
She is not with the group.
Oh, okay. Would I be able to cast a spell without anybody noticing?
You can try.
I actually was about to ask for myself. I'm curious if I would be able to tell if these shackles restrict the use of magic.
So, it depends on the spell. In general, no. If it has a somatic component, like you have to wave your arms around or something, maybe. So I will tell you if the spell is one that requires a kind of movement you wouldn't be able to do.
Okay. Circle back around to me. My brain's a cooking something. It ain't done yet, but it's a cooking.
Armbar, are you doing anything?
No, I think Armbar would probably stay quiet because of Brock kind of leading the way. He kind of looks up to Brock, so I'll just follow quietly behind.
Brock is putting all of his faith in his father fronting the bail money.
Okay. Alright. Happy. It's all on you. The thugs seem to be going quietly. Are you doing anything?
I think I'm gonna go quietly because I have a lie I'm cooking up. It'll be fine.
Okay.
You with your lies.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
You are all taken to the guardhouse. You are each given individual cells.
No.
It is. So the way the guardhouse is structured, right? There's the front reception area. There is a side section where, some bunks are for the guys that are off duty right now. Then there's a third area that is the largest section that has different cells that are walled off from each other. However, there's only about 8 cells, so not everybody fits in these cells. So 2 guards stay behind after you guys are locked up, along with a couple of the thugs, and then the rest of the thugs are being escorted to a different guardhouse.
From where I am celled, can I see anybody?
So they are side by side. You would know which cells everybody is in, but you can't see. I mean, to your left and right is just a solid wall made of stone.
I can punch a hole in it if you want.
I would like to try one thing while I'm in my cell.
Okay.
I would like to, since you can use thaumaturgy to cause flames to flicker, are there any open flames around here?
Oh yeah, there's torches on the wall.
I would like to quietly cast thaumaturgy and see if magic works in here.
It does.
Okay.
Do they take away all of our stuff?
Yes. There is
Please,
a-
can I just keep one of my musical instruments to occupy myself while I'm in my cell? Please.
Oh no. So they have taken all of your inventories. There's a chest that holds everybody's stuff. You guys have your clothes and your shackles, and that's about it. But you know where all your stuff is. It's like it's right there. It's just
Alright, I start rhythmically tapping my shackles against the bars to make music because they wouldn't let me keep a traditional instrument.
go ahead and roll performance at disadvantage.
That's 8 plus 7 is 15, and 10, so we're gonna keep the 15.
Okay. So, even though you have, like, not the best tools, you still got kind of a nice beat going. Like, you can see... Well, no, you can't. There's solid stone walls. You get the sense that some of
There's
the
like
other
a cell
people are...
across from me, right? I can probably see the couple people across from me.
No, they're 8 cells side by side by side.
Oh, okay.
The structure is such that you don't see who is in the other cells. That is the idea. But you do hear somebody tapping along to the beat in the next cell over.
And hey, Epi and Ronbar probably have a good idea where...
Oh, yeah. Alright. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
I'm gonna start dancing like MC Hammer.
Roll performance at disadvantage because you are shackled. Yep. You are dancing by yourself.
Proficiency in all the roles he's bad at.
That's disadvantage. You rolled a 4.
I rolled a 4. It doesn't mean I did it well.
Nobody's watching.
But I'm happy. That's all that matters.
Epi, is there anything you're doing?
Well, everyone is distracted by the music and the attempts at dancing. Would anybody notice if I ritually cast Unseen Servant?
I think you need components to do a ritual cast.
Yeah, but to be fair, it is a piece of string and a bit of wood. And that I keep in my sleeves. That is a solid no. Gotcha. Okay.
Good try.
I'm gonna say no because it also is a somatic component and you are shackled up.
That's fair.
So, yeah. I'm gonna say no to that one.
Okay, then can I cast Thaumaturgy to, cause the doors to open if they're unlocked?
Sure.
Just for funsies. What doors are unlocked?
Well, the door that leads up the stairs back to the main area goes ka-wham! And it flies open. While all 8 of the cell doors go click, click, click. And they rattle a whole lot and don't fly open.
Alright, can I actually cast another spell?
Sure.
So, I just realized I took damage at the end of the last episode. So, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
You know why I'm doing this, too.
Yeah.
It's Alright, so 1d4. I rolled a 4. So, I only took like 3 damage, so I don't even need a modifier. But there's a reason I did that, other than to heal myself.
Yep. Trying to get a wild magic surge.
Do I get one?
You don't. I'm sorry.
It's worth a try.
Hey, what happened to Bigby's hand?
Dispelled.
You asked so nicely, eventually they got around to it.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I was just sitting there like, what happened to it?
Sorry, I should have made that clearer.
You're
That's
good.
on me. No, they did not let you keep the gigantic Bigby's hand as you walked down the street.
That would have made us. That would have made a scene.
I could have been carried gently with a giant hand. And I'm assuming after a bit my disguised self wears off and I pull my cloak over my head so it's not as obvious what my face looks like.
Well, so Alter Self lasts for an hour. You're about 20 minutes into that hour right now.
Alright, then I'm keeping that up.
It'll take about another 30 minutes before the Magister gets here. If you're all just waiting quietly, that goes without incident.
The next time a guard comes in, I ask them for a glass of water.
They don't give it to you.
I don't even get to roll persuasion for a glass of water.
They are not giving y'all anything in these cells. They are waiting for orders from their superior officer.
Alright, I guess I'll just... I'm going to write a sternly worded letter to whoever's in charge about the conditions prisoners are kept in. They can't even have water.
Alright, Khadijah,
Yes.
welcome back.
Yay.
So while they're having all this chaos going on, you were off doing your own thing. Specifically, Felix has a separate task for you.
Alright. How do I find out about the task?
Well, Felix comes to you. You find yourself off in your room. You wake up. Felix is in the window again. Says, "Good morning. I have a job for you."
Rook rolls over, rubs her eyes. Yes, up, Felix.
So, there have been some crazy things happening since that meteor struck. I'd like to get a copy of the report.
And, how do you suppose one might get their hands on such a report?
Well, it's being transferred today from the Guild of Magisters to the Black Staff herself. I would like you to snatch it. Replace it with this, and he hands you a sealed scroll with an official-looking seal on it. Says, "Don't open it. Just swap them."
Sure, Rook says absently. So let me get this straight. Do you want me to, do an intercept?
Well,
Or...
there's going to be a Magister, probably the same one that was in the basement looking at whatever that was. He'll be bringing his report. I'll create a disturbance. Don't worry, you'll know it. The Magister will be required to intervene, and when you see a chance, just lift it off of his pocket.
Yep, sounds like something in my line. Alright, so, point me in the right direction and I'll, get started. But what about everybody else?
They'll be fine. They have their own job.
Yeah, being the distraction.
I have the utmost faith in their abilities.
Rook
We
shrugs
got
and-
played.
It's ready to go. Alright, Felix.
So, he leads you
Oh my god.
down to the docks district.
Felix, you bitch.
You are moving to intercept the Magister. He is making his way slowly down the road. He has 2 guards with him. Doesn't seem too concerned. He stops in one shop and then in another. Seems like he's taking his time. Like this is the only thing he has for today, so he's not too big of a rush.
Okay, so I'm guessing that I'm watching from somewhere kind of inconspicuous. I guess what I want to do is get behind him. So can I just walk past him, trying not to look suspicious?
Sure. Roll a stealth check. I mean, you're in a public place. You don't have to be hiding per se, just
Right.
inconspicuous.
Yeah, trying to walk like a normal human being. Okay,
Right.
so the roll was 22.
Oh yeah, you are just another person on the road. Just happen to be going the same direction he is.
Okay, so I'm behind him and I'm watching his back.
You do see he has basically a hip pouch. It's got a latch on it. It does seem to be... It's one of those basic locks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know the journals that have the locks on the front? And like
Twist the thing at the front.
Right, like that's... Like when I say locked, it's not complicated, but it's also not one of those that's just going to come open. But you do get the sense, based on how it's shaped, that the scroll that he's transporting is probably in there.
So, as much as Rook would like to maybe bump into him and try and take the chance, I was promised a distraction, which would up my chances. So I'm walking behind, but staying behind and keeping an eye out for that distraction, which apparently is amazing.
Yep. So you get about 2 or 3 blocks, and it happens. You see a cart filled with cabbages, completely uncontrolled, barreling down a hill towards a T intersection. It is the intersection that you guys are approaching, And in front of this cart is a gnome running very quickly and screaming at the top of his lungs in the highest pitched squeak scream that you can imagine. Just, oh my god! The guards are just stunned. The Magister is like, what? Is there anything you would like to do?
We have a car and a person running towards us.
Yes.
Okay, so I am going to play the look out, Magister, and sort of throw myself at him action star style, where I grab him from behind and like throw myself to the side like, no. So I'm going to try that. I don't know what that roll is.
Alright, it's going to be a couple of rolls because there's a few things going on.
Yes.
So let's start with acrobatics.
Okay.
As you do your action dive thing.
Yes, okay. So that's that's an 11 total. I don't know how well that went.
Okay. So, I mean, it's not the most action star dive ever. Go ahead and roll performance.
Okay, performance is charisma, which is... Oh wow, I rolled a natural 1.
That's a big yikes. Alright,
Oh,
well,
my acting is so bad.
so go ahead and roll 2 D100s for me.
Alright. 8 and 20.
8 and 20.
Oh boy.
Okay. Alright, cool. So, the Magister fails at avoiding your tackle. Because while you rolled like an 11, he rolled a natural 1.
Okay.
So,
Wait, has this Magister been to the Bard Rock?
he has.
Does he have wild magic?
He does not.
Darn.
Yeah. So, you have now tackled the Magister to the ground, which the cart was not anywhere close to hitting anybody. Except for this gnome, who is... You've never really seen a gnome run this fast. Like, you know the Scooby-Doo thing where they do the with their feet? Yeah, that's kind of what's going on.
Okay.
Magister is on the ground under you at this point. The guards are now like, what? They're looking back and forth, and back and forth. This is the same Magister that had the sand problem, and Kevin
Okay.
and all of that. This is that guy.
But
Okay?
wouldn't that make me he does have wild magic?
No.
That was Epi causing the sand before?
That was in the presence of the obelisk.
Oh, okay. So you can do wild magic in the presence of the obelisk, but not have gained wild magic, is what I'm understanding.
Well, above
Not
game,
to-
yes.
Yeah,
In
not to.
character.
Yeah, in character, I do not understand. I was trying to understand why he didn't, at a natural 1, have more sand happening. Okay. Trying to personally understand the rules of our universe.
Gotcha. So, at this point, the cart is, out of control, swerving back and forth. The gnome somehow dodges left, and the cart dodges left with him. And he just screams some more and dodges right. The cart seems to dodge right with him. Completely out of control. And the guards they can't really do anything. The Magister's like, get off! Why? You do see the cart starts to swerve towards you guys. What would you like to do?
Okay. So I do another. So what I'm gonna try and do is roll with the Magister, away from the cart,
Okay.
to the side. So I'll roll while I'm still holding him,
Okay.
and
That's gonna
if
be-
possible, okay, no, I'll just stick
Well,
with
no,
that.
tell you what else you want to do.
Well, I would. I don't know if things are working too fast, but maybe I would like to try and at least open the side bag.
Okay. So roll, I'll say acrobatics and then sleight of hand.
Okay, here's my acrobatics. That's 15.
Okay.
Sleight of hand is 11.
Okay. So you do manage to roll with the Magister. That is enough of a sleight of hand to open this very simple lock. The pouch is open. In the midst of your roll, the scroll falls out of his pouch.
Okay,
He does not seem to be aware yet. He is still trying to get his bearings of what's happened.
okay. I would like to roll off of him and do the switch.
Okay. As you
My
do
scroll
this,
for him. Yes.
The gnome darts past you, and the cart topples over, and there are cabbages everywhere around you, creating enough of a distraction. People aren't really looking at you like they are, right? Because you're making a bit of a scene in the middle of all this, but also, like, cabbages.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Go ahead and roll sleight of hand at advantage to swap the scroll cases as you roll away.
So one was a critical failure, and the other one was 10.
Good lord. Well,
Yeah,
you don't have to roll because this is at advantage, so you don't trigger wild magic. Your roll was a 4.
Yeah.
However, now I get to roll to see if anybody notices what you're doing.
Oh my god.
This is still going better than our caper by, like, leagues.
I'm on the edge of my damn seat.
I believe in you.
Fingers crossed.
Alright, I actually have to go look up the guard stat block for this. Hang on. Alright. One of the guards sees you.
Okay.
Swap out the scroll cases. Everybody else is just completely sidetracked. So while the one guard runs over to the Magister, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" The other guard's like, "Wait a minute." He sees you picking up the scroll case and, like, pocketing it, trying to leave the other one there. "You there, stop!" What do you do?
I am going to... Okay. I'm going to try and say, "What, this? I'm picking up his scroll for him, it fell."
At this point, the Magister snaps around and, like, pats his back pocket. He's like, "What? Give me that!" He's,
Sure
like,
thing,
standing
sir.
up and coming over to you and, like, holding out his hand. And the guard's like, "Wait! She's trying to swap them. She has 2.
And I repeat, "No, I'm not. I'm just picking it up for you. I noticed it rolled out when I saved you back there."
Go ahead and roll deception.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I rolled a 5. Okay. I mean, I rolled a total of 5. Wow. Oh my god.
Okay, so they both see through that deception. That was
Of course.
Fine.
pretty bad.
Oh my god. Okay.
And as they are about to reach you, everything goes dark. And there's a shout of, "Wait, what? We're being tricked!" You would recognize that you are now in a field of darkness, like the spell.
Aha. Okay. Is this something where dark vision is a thing?
Oh
Or
no,
not?
dark vision doesn't see in magical darkness.
Okay. Fine. Okay. I am going to turn around and run and know there's probably a cabbage or two that's going to trip me.
I was gonna say, make a dex save.
Yeah. But at least I'll try. Oh boy.
I believe in you so much.
Thank you. It's 15 total.
Okay. You manage to either squash the cabbages or dodge around them so that you don't just slip. What you hear behind you is the sound of guards and the Magister slipping around because cabbages.
Yes.
You very quickly find yourself outside of the darkness field. And you do catch a glimpse of the gnome that was running. He's like giving you 2 really big thumbs up, right? He's like, "Go, go, go!"
I love Cabbage Man.
Yep.
Cabbage Man,
I
Cabbage
give
Man
him
does whatever a cabbage can.
I give him a nod, which is the best thing Rook will ever give you. And I do indeed run.
Okay. So, the darkness does get dispelled, but by that point, you're just gone. And the gnome kind of just fades away into the crowd, too. Like, there are whistles being blown, guards being summoned,
Damn.
but you're gone.
I'm gone. With that scroll. Thank God.
So, Felix,
Okay.
you run into him pretty soon after. He was keeping an eye on things, it looked like.
hmm
He waits for you to get safely away, and he kind of drops in. Says, "That was thrilling to watch. I had fun.
I bet you did, Felix.
So much. So, do you have it?"
Yep. You
Awesome.
wouldn't ask me if I wouldn't be... you wouldn't have asked me if I couldn't get it.
You're correct. Well, I like to think that. So, about your friends.
Uh-huh.
We might need to, intervene. I asked them for something and they didn't follow through.
Oh? What did you ask them to do?
I asked them to steal a very, very large ruby.
So, like, my job?
Well, I thought perhaps all of them working together might make it work, but it turns out they haven't perfected the art.
Rook rolls her eyes. Alright, where are they?
Well, right now they're on their way to the guardhouse in Shackles. Now, come with me. We need to organize an intervention.
Thank you for listening to Bard Rock Cafe. You can find more episodes on sassygamers.com. Have you considered becoming a patron? You can get wild rewards like access to our patrons-only Discord, tarot readings from Rook, and access to exclusive one-shot campaigns set in the Bard Rock universe, led by our DM, Kenny. Visit patreon.com/bardrockcafe to find out more. Until next time, rock on!